Right, I think I'm live. People just give me a thumbs up or anything you want to say. Paul, we can hear you. So just let me know if you can hear me. I haven't got a clue. I haven't used this for a long time. So guys, give me a thumbs up. I'll just wait before I carry on. Who knows? I could be just like... It won't be long anyway because there's not many of us in. I hear you. There you go. One person can hear me. I don't know if it's... Sorry if you can hear me. So, hello, Fred. Hello, Terry Davis, Callum Wilkinson. Oh, and John Francis. So, hey guys, I'm just going to have a quick little live. I don't do it enough. And I've always thought, you know what, I'll go live a little bit earlier than I have done because obviously people all around the world are at different time zones. And I know Callum's in Australia. I don't know where your other guys are from, but just JP's just come in. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has contributed. Oh, and Theon Enhologos. Can't say his real name because he wants his anonymity. So we've hit 2 million views. What about that? Crazy, eh? In this time where it's hard to get a view, I've hit 2 million. Now let me just say, in this version of the Black Sheep Researcher, because obviously, you know, we had the other one deleted. It's just crazy that it's been like 2 million views. I think I did a 1 million view video a couple of years ago. So we're steadily going along. I don't know what the future is going to hold. People want to ask me questions, fire them in. I'll try and answer what I can to the best of my knowledge. So we have Adventure Birds, you just come in. Hello. There'll be a few of us guys, so you know, get your questions in. We'll answer whatever we can. Yes, it'd be nice if you had things prepared, but hey, what do you expect? What do you expect from me? I was just sitting there and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm busy today. I've got a little bit of time. What can I do? Should I do a video? I've just gone onto TikTok just to get a few shorts out. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go live. Won't be many in, but I'm not here for views anymore. I'm just here to share and I appreciate the people who's had me back. I don't know why you don't put Tom as your name, Theo. So much easier. Comedy Channel Mart. Yeah, it's crazy. Why the original channel went, if some of you don't know, most of you will. I did a poll asking people should I monetize the channel, and everyone said yeah. As soon as I monetized, the channel got deleted. That's telling you something. So I had to create another one. So I created What the Flock TV, and maybe some 5 months ago, 6 months ago, maybe about that, I was just missing the name. I'll always be the Black Sheep. So I thought I want to go back to the Black Sheep Researcher. So that's just what it generally is. So let me just put that question on. So Terry has just asked me, do you have any collaborations with other YouTubes coming up? Zill. I'm not doing it anymore. Every time I do a collab, I lose hundreds and hundreds of subs. Every video I do, I lose hundreds and hundreds of subs. It's crazy, and it could be oh, you've been a defeative attitude when you, as you well guys know, I've been doing this for a long time now, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, I am not liked amongst other people. I mean, someone messaged me the other day saying that they asked a big channel, how come you don't have me on? And the reply was shocking because I've never had a bad word to say about this person. So it's just left a sour taste in my mouth. I did a collab with J Dreamers 3 weeks ago. If anyone's and the video went really, really well, but I lost constantly. I'm just losing constant loads of subs. People don't seem to like me doing 13th Monkey. Hello. So I don't even know if I'm continuing. I know it sounds like drastic, but I just don't know where you go from here. I keep trying to do shows, do different things, and it's just crazy how blacked I am on basically all the platforms. I do. I look cold, but I have been in the gym this morning. So once you get out, it's crazy. When you've been in the gym, you exercise, you have a shower, and then you sweat when you come out because you've hit the cold. So it's just crazy. I've got my herbal tea though. So yeah, like I said, like I was saying, Tony, I never say never because you're putting yourself in a corner, and I never say never. I wasn't going to do one again anyway, and J Dreamers reached out, said, "Do you want to do something?" And I'm dead spontaneous as of this live today. 20 minutes ago, I thought, what, I'm going to do this. So I'm very spontaneous like that, and did it. Like I said, I've enjoyed it, but I constantly lose subs and get aggro because I'm working. Well, I'm working. I did a show. People think when you do shows or collabs that you're best buds with them, and they don't get it in the heads that people ask you on. And see, like you're saying, don't do J Dreams. Don't you know me? I don't have any malice towards anyone. People just don't seem to ask me on. So I thought, sod it. Mary Smith on the truth. Rebecca's in the house. Rhodes Green, and obviously 13 million Callum. Blacker than a black shade. She goes on a moonless prairie night. That might be. So, like I say, I never say never. That is just my motto. But who knows? And I always say to anyone who is in the community and makes content, as you know, is very, very hard. You get censored, but never make a decision when you're angry. Don't make it when you're emotional. I do get emotional a lot, but never make it on. Don't make a decision when you're emotional because you'll regret it. Just take a step back. So that's what I'm doing. I'll just make content when I can, when I want, when I feel it, and see where it goes from there. But you guys know I've been here for many years. I mean, one of the first lives I did had 13th Monkey in it many moons ago. And I still never get used to the camera, never get used to it. But when you just want to put out a different opinion, and that's what I've always tried to strive on this channel, is yes, we see all this information, but why do we have to accept that's the answer? Is my webcam down? I don't know. Hopefully, can you see me, guys? It's say it's on. Anthony Womack's coming. SM. So people just ask questions. I'll be as well. I can't say I'll be as honest as I can because that's how I am anyway. Had me going there. I was dark. I'm going dark. I'm dark. I haven't watched many of your videos. Just so much truth getting out. Now that's a good thing. Actually, I think I'm subscribed to what's. Yeah, it's very hard. That's why I say to people, I don't come on, I don't demand, I don't say, hey, this is the truth, because my opinions on the word truth. It's not what we actually believe it to be. I believe the truth has been weaponized. It's basically common sense. Most of you guys are very intelligent, very more intelligent than me. If you was an evil villain, you would get people, you'd get lackeys, you do like lemons, you'd get them to do the work for you. And that's what I believe. That it's happened with the truth. People get so aggressive, so triggered on the truth because it's faith. That's why people get triggered. And when you do collabs with people or you do something, they automatically assumed you are their best buds and you're moving in tomorrow. It's not that case. I don't hold any beef with anyone. I've just got so tired of, not by you guys, but like ignored by the community. And I go on people's channels, I comment in the chats when I can. It is one of those things. You just, I can't be asked anymore. I don't know why you don't do something. 13th monkey. If anyone doesn't know, 13th monkey does. Probably everyone uses it. Well, give him a heads up. But no, thank you. I don't want to do this. I'm doing a live. Has done a map of what people refer to as star thoughts out there, like a comprehensive map. And he's been in the shadows for a long time. So please give him a follow. And anyone else who wants to shout out while I'm here, we should help each other. And that's what is not happening enough. That's one of the things I got into this community because I wanted to help people. I wanted to, hey guys, help that channel, help this. We should be all together. We're supposed to be in a common goal, aren't we? But that thing called ego, and because people are making so much money, they don't want to. I mean, God knows how many videos of mine have been used and they're getting money. I'm not bothered. People can use my stuff and make money. Just give us a shout out, appreciation. Nothing wrong with, people got more brain cells and more savvy to make stuff. Do it, but just give the people a heads up. Dean, welcome. Michael, he turned on at 11:11. It's so funny when you see that number. It's just something, and again, it's just my opinion of when I research, I looked at the word truth. Now, could there be something of what is the truth and it's a spell? Because if we live in a world of spellings and magic, we use grammar, grimoire, it makes sense that they would hide what the word truth is. And if you look into the word truth, it doesn't say what we basically know it as it is. It's faith. You know what I mean? And it's crazy that when you are defending your truth, you will get aggressive. You will get aggressive because someone is attacking something you hold dear. And that's why when people talk about religion, talk about politics, it gets very heated very fast because it contains the faith. That's what it is. The AI in the middle of faith. And there's a lot, if you think about it, there is a lot of crazy, special, intelligent, out-of-the-box thinkers in the chat and on YouTube. And how many do they get together, leave the egos at the door, and just have a good chat, help people out? I'm very surprised I hit 2 million views. But again, you would not do it without you guys. And you guys do not get enough credit. Yes, you'll get called by people trolling and different things, but you have to have the balance. You have to have, listen, if you're willing to call people for trolling, you have to be willing to tell people, well done. Thank you for the support. Oh, London's cams are down. Is that the actual town or the YouTube channel? People just put in questions and I will get to them as I can. It'll keep the chat going longer. So if anyone is not sure, I've just started TikTok, and it's just to get. I never thought I'd actually go on to do TikTok, but people were asking, and eventually caved in, and just making little small new videos of what I've talked about, just to get a different opinion out there, different thought process. How many times I see a post and it's everyone's reiterating the same thing that they've been told or shown. Are you sure that is the only information or the only thing that this points to? It's like going into a puzzle shop and there's only one answer to open the puzzle. You know, there's different boxes, there's different interpretations, there's so much different out there, and we're all set on just basically having that as an answer. You know what? I don't think I have. Let me write that down. You know, it comes in handy. You know, paper when they sit together. It's funny that the word music, obviously, because as soon as you think about anything, you always think of a muse. You know, the ancient Greek muse. There's one to write down. Is that why they did it? I vote for January the 11th month again. We should do. It's crazy, isn't it? Because obviously they moved it to the 1st, but there's been 8-day weeks. There's so much crazy things out there that we just don't even know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm just looking as we fly. Mad, isn't it? I'm just had a little thought. Because as I'm thinking, was he saying who said it now? So we'll get it out of there. Let me just write that down. If you ever do a video on it, I'll give you a shout out. But music straight away always reminds me the Mu, you know, the mythical island Mu. So whether that is a route you could go down and talk about, the lost continent of Mu. That's interesting, isn't it, when you look at it from that point of view? And as you said, music. If people are sick and obviously if the island's disappeared, you know, there's so much. But yeah, it's crazy how, as the saying, bad vibes make you sick. I will be totally honest. The only reason I've stayed doing this for so long is for you guys, and that's not in a selfish point of view. I should be trying to be more selfish. That's what people tell me. I always put everyone first. I always have. And when like I said, I didn't want to put my face out there all those years ago, but you can't complain. You know, I've not given it a good try. You know what I mean? So it's just so crazy. So like I said, I can't promise or not say I'm never gonna, you know, not stop. I'm just gonna go with the flow. See how it goes. You know what I mean? And that's just what I've done. Like Callum's just talking about. I've just been doing it for everyone else but me. And if you think about it, you've got to make yourself happy first, because then obviously it reflects on what you're doing and on your content. And for a long time, I thought, you know what, not that I'm at the top or anything, maybe at the bottom. Should I go out after this video? Should I go out for that video? You know, leave the message. And one of the things I would miss was researching and actual putting the content out. It seems to me after that, that's when what I don't like, if that makes sense. Because I just treat everyone who treats. If you treat me well, I'll treat you well. I'm just old school like that. You know what I mean? I'm just want to have as much happiness, most laughs. And you know, at the beginning, I used to apologize for everything, and you can't. You just got to live your life. If people get offended, it's their problem. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do. Take care of myself first. You know. Everyone give a Stoic Knight of Malta a follow. Roberto. I mean, he does work. He has bad taste in underwear, but apart from that, it's crazy because you don't realize how long you've been doing it. You know, been doing these things, and people find it very hard to put content out. And I always just tell people, get people out, get content out. And if this is one thing I will always say, if you are doing what we do in the chat and you say it's not about views and likes and that, you're lying. You really are. You have to just be honest. Listen, no one wants to do anything and no one watch you. But you change and you progress, and some things that may, you know, you feel important and not important. You know, I've done the odd show on channels that's got like 3 subs. You know, I'm not scared about doing anything like that. You know what I mean? But you know, you don't want to keep putting content, because I put a lot of effort. It takes weeks to make. You know, they're like mini films, and it just takes its toll. And what I've noticed a lot lately, people, and this is no attack on anyone. You know, YouTube are not showing you what is actually going on, or any other platform. They're fiddling the figures. It makes people, why am I doing this? And we have to be honest. You know what I mean? So that's why we need the love keeps us going. I'd have finished a long time ago if it wasn't for people in chat helping. That one comment, it just, wow, that made my day. But always forgetting about me, you know. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stop, but I'm not going to carry on. I'm just going to do things. You know what? If I feel like making a video, I'm going to make it. If I feel like making 6 in a week, I'll make them. Then it could be weeks. I'm just going to go with the flow. TW, welcome, Claudia. So people just banging questions. Yeah, definitely in the future. But like I was saying, when you start making the beginning, it's like, oh God, one view. You get 1 view, and it's like, oh, can I get 10 now? And then, oh, can I get 100? And then, can I get 200? And then you set yourself goals when you create content. Well, I do anyway. And it's not just to, it's just energy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow, people are taking the time, whether they've clicked on by mistake, they give you that view, and you set goals. I want to be 1,000. I mean, I used to, for a small channel compared to most, I was getting loads of views, and dead accounts and YouTube basically clad me. I've had to get a trickle. So it's not, I've progressed. Whereas, like, I'm honest, it's not like, yeah, I want to do this for the views, but it helps. It gives you fuel. You know what I mean? You need your energy from somewhere. And, that's why they do what they do, because we all feed off each other. We feed off that vibe. So when you're in a good vibe, you want to, yes, let me get that. And hit that target and hit target, something to aim at. I'd never in a month of Sundays, as the saying goes, never thought I would get to the heights that I've got. You're all deranged. You know what I mean? I'm just who I am. I don't pretend, and I'll have bad days, and I'll have good days. You know, that's what I've always tried to be. Just who I am, as genuine as you can see. I'm genuine. You know, I've always done things in my room or around the place. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. And I wanted just to go live today. I knew not many people there, but I have some viewers and followers that get up early or live in Australia or around the world, and they've never seen me do a live because you know, who would want to get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. So this was a big thank you to them people, you know, taking the time. And I do get emotional, I really do, because it means a lot to me, and that's what I've used to keep going over the years. So please just bang in questions. I won't call any channels. I won't say this or that. That's just not who I am. But anything else. So Tom's woke up at 5 a.m. I don't know if you mind, but I'll do it because, you know, the power of prayer. But could you all say a prayer for Tom for his nephew? I won't mention his nephew's name, but he's not well. So please all say a prayer for or Theo, or I know him as Tom, his nephew. That just makes sense to me. But yeah, I'm heavily. What's funny is because when I create, I don't know why, but the software that I use to edit the videos doesn't have spell check, and I so wish it had it, because I have to constantly just, you know, lines take, you know, hours. I just have to go through it constant. Is this, you know, does this make sense? Does this, you know, is it spelled right? Because you know, some people, you know, get grammar Nazis for it, and it's like, do you actually know why you're defending a spell? Dawn shows up 6:30 in Florida. Yeah, I bet it's a lot warmer. Cats just come in. Can you imagine how long it'd take me to do that? I don't mention that number again. We've got to have a laugh. I want to make so much more funny content as well, but people don't get humour, especially mine. It's warped, to say the least at times. Is it Heike? Heike? You know, it's funny. I watched a film the other day. You ever watched that film Troll Hunter? I think it's a Norwegian film about trolls. Well, they've done another one, and it's called Mortal. It was okay. The ending was a bit, could have been better, but I don't know if they're going to make any more. But it's basically about a guy from America goes to find his ancestors in Norway, stays on a farm, and it explodes, you know, to fire, etc. And it turns out that he's Thor. It was a decent film. I like them type of films, like the Troll Hunter. There was a one about a wolf. You know, so, and that was one I spotted the other day, and it's called Mortal. It's worth a watch. And that's what you try and look at, Murray, being honest, is we always, all of us do, unless you've had really good practice, but you seem to concentrate, like saying, on the negative more than the positive. And there is, a lot more good people out there than there is negative people. It's weird because I was talking about that the other day from an old video. I was just theorizing. While we're here, do you guys believe that there's different types of soul? Is a soul always neutral? Is there a positive and negative soul? If you think about it, people talk about as above, so below, and we're in. I believe we're in a cave, a chamber, like a holodeck type of thing. But we talk about the cooling, the cooling to the system, the waters above and waters below. And does your soul come from either? Is there one positively charged and one negatively charged? And these negative and positive charges going into a vessel, and it will change how it sails. Surely, you know what I mean? So I always thought it as neutral, like Callum's talking about, but it just gets me to think, you know what I mean? You are what you are, you know what I mean? So I've always, and that's what just got me thinking many moons ago. Do we come from differently charged places? The soul. Like the angels are angles and things like that. I've always talked about. Mean. Yeah, mean. There's a mathematical mean. It's just amazing, isn't it? I just found it ironic that someone who is heavily dyslexic loves looking at words. I just don't know why, whether that's a part of it, I don't know, but just to break down words differently, because in the end of the day, it's a spell, isn't it? And, assumption, we all assume sometimes, and it's like, are we assuming that's how it's always been said, that spell? Did they break it up? Open sesame, that's in its English version, does a different meaning, for different languages, and it's always intrigued me. And as Isabel just talking about she said the universe is super balanced, and it just thinks of the scales. If we're on either scale, you know what? There's too much negativity. Let's put a positive soul in, and so on. This is kind of thing. Like, is it at scales? I like that. Is it Raccord 8? It's just weird, isn't it, when you, and that's what gets me, is when you think about it, what we do now, people always assume that it's never been done. You know what I mean? It's a case of people have been theorizing and putting shit together since, whenever the beginning is. And some just choose, oh yeah, what, this is going to be followed, this is what's going to be taught. You know what I mean? It's like, who said? That's what, it's just agreed upon by the masses, isn't it? Like anything. Oh, well, that's what they say. Well, we have to do it that because that's what the masses say. And there's just so much strange, weird shit that's coming. I mean, I was driving again the other day, and again I saw another frozen plane. I used to laugh to myself. I never disrespect anyone, but you have to all be honest. Like when you hear some people telling the stories, and you're like, God, they're batshit crazy, but you know what I mean. But you have to be there. You have to experience it. And this world's getting more and more magical, whether you can call it supernatural, by the day. Things are happening that has never happened. Now, is that down to awareness? Is that down to a frequency? Just pop it in. If I won't give opinions on channels. I've never been one of that. But if any other question, who the blue are, just whack in the chat. I'll try and catch you. Chloe. I just find it fascinating, 13th Monkey. From looking at the words to us being the word. So many things I've just gone, aha. And you get the chills, you get that stimulus and the hairs the back of your neck. I mean, what is that? Is that your intuition? Is that the frequency from source that's saying, hey, you're onto something here, keep going? And that's what I do in the video. People don't understand it and haven't, most of you guys do, but they don't realize when I pick a topic, I let it pick me, then how I put a pattern together is how I'll do it. I try and do it objective. I've got no claim to that. I'm not trying to promote anything. I've had so many weird experiences. I've had discussions, a conversation with a saint when I was a child, and I'm glad I wasn't the only one to see it. My mother saw it. You know what I mean? And I was really ill. I lived in Germany for a time, and I was ill in bed. I'm not saying how long ago it was. I'll keep my age to myself. But yeah, I was young. Say 8 to 10, something like that, if I remember. And I got visited by what is, who's a saint now. And I had a discussion. It's crazy. And it freaked my mum out at first because she ran into my bedroom saying, who was that who just walked down the hall? So never discount anything. If anyone wants any advice, never discount anything. You don't have to be all in. Just do not discount anything, because it'll always bite you in the ass. It really will. And that's why I try and never make a decision in anger, because you'll come to regret it a lot of time ago. I've had a lot of deja vu, a lot of the jamais vu and all the other things. That's why I did the deja vu video, because it meant a lot to me. What are we experiencing it? And not to sound my own trumpet, but if walking through a door can make you forget what is going on in this world, to break that connection. To me, I've had deja vu so vivid. I'm like watching you guys. I'm watching the video and I'm sat down and I can see me and things walking around me. Now, people will diss that straight away. No, this is what happens with anything, because people want their information to be the truth. Don't be like me. My stuff's shit. My stuff's good. My stuff's bad. My stuff contradicts last 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, because I'm ever changing. I'm just looking for any information that can paint a picture on what I'm looking into. And that's just how I've gone. Hello, Joke. Or Joke, I don't know if that's your name. As Pingy put the question in, I'm trying to look for it now. Oh, there it goes. That was the out-of-body experience. That was a question. So people put in the chat, reply to the blue earth. And, should have. People ask me questions. You don't think I won't ever answer is, hey, what do you think of that channel? I'm not here to this. I'm not here to, like, it'll give people, if people want to share the stuff, fair enough. It's a crazy, and all one is, why do we not have any moderators anymore? And the answer to that was, my moderators were blocking people without asking me. And that's why I took away the moderation, the mods, because they were going back in live chat, all videos that have the live chat, and blocking them, because if you block people, it'll come up. But if you do it in past videos that have the chat replay, it doesn't come up. But it's just so surreal, isn't it, when we have these experiences, and science, other people are so quick to jump to a conclusion and say, no, that's not what's going on. This is what's happened. It's a bad memory. It's your hallucination. It's this, it's that. Why can't it just be the simplest answer? That's what you saw. Our eyes can be deceived, but we're not. You have to just be honest with yourself. Sometimes I just say, my head's blown on that one. I just don't know what it is. I try not to. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not here to portray that I am the innocent. I can be a shit sometimes, but I'm very objective, and I do see a lot. I'm able to take a step back and go, you know what? I can see their point of view. I didn't like what they were saying to me, but I can see their point of view. I've always been like that, like a moderator type of thing. Justin. So come on, people, answer some questions. Come on, you've got to want to know something. You've got me alive, a spontaneous live. Come on, get the questions rolling in. More you ask, the more I stay. So if anyone's wondering, I'm just saying a big thank you to not just the people from Australia, New Zealand way, but to everyone. It just, I thought, I've never done a live early in the day, and everyone deserves, some praise and some love. And this is why I've done this. I've just hit 2 million views. Something staggering, especially in this era now of YouTube. A lot of things have been censored. To hit 2 million views with the subscribe count I've got, it means a lot to me. And I will say, most of them, not all of them, but some of the moderators don't watch the channel out for that. They don't comment and just took it personal. I wasn't even going to block no one. I'd rather people just say, you know what, Paul, this is why we blocked him. I'll unblock him. It was the going behind my back, and that's what I don't like. What I mean? Say it as it is. We can't get on with everyone, but that's one thing. I'm just tired with the beef that's going on. For flying sake, people need to grow the shit up. You know what I mean? It's you can't go on this channel, you can't do that. I mean, like I said, I did J Dreams the other day, 3 weeks ago, and I lost about 700 subscribers. And I know where they're from, because people having beefs. It's nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? But that's just what's put me off it completely, and why I'm just, I'm just going to keep to myself, because I'm sick of the drama. I did not know that. I mean, listen, it's common sense. I'm not one to walk around with little bells and go, I love you, to everyone. You know what I mean? I smile. I say hello. I appreciate everyone. In day to day, I'll say hello. I'll ask how the day is. You know what I mean? And I'm just not into the drama. Life's so fucking hard. Let me have a look. I'm not going to show him. I will say turquoise. I'm actually, Rob, I'm getting some new ones today. You know, you have to change up your underwear. So I'm getting some new ones today. None of Rob's specials. People, hey, that guy's got an ass. Do you remember your dreams and are they relevant to what's happening? A long time ago, again, another video I got slated for because people were complaining about what were people, but I think it may be still Terry. I don't know if you're a Terry girl or Terry boy. I'll just say Terry. If you go to Odyssey, many years ago, I just uploaded the old Black Sheep Researcher, and there's a video on there called Dreams, where I just got anyone who was willing to come on to tell me about their dreams. But it's crazy. It's something I'm passionate about is dreams. What are they? Because people have so many different opinions, and people will tell you this is what a dream is. You're wrong. Like again, I won't mention channel name, but there's a big channel out there that people have asked me, do something on it, and I remember them replying to a comment, because what happens is when I do a video, people quick say, "Oh, check that channel out, check that channel. They've done something on the same lines." And this channel came onto my comments and said, "Your video was wrong because I got told by an angel." Now, where'd you go from there? You know what I mean? So it's just the crazy because and plus people think they're on a path, and again, it's the faith of what they're researching. They defend it with their lives. So I did that video, yeah, but it's something intriguing. What are they? Can they be influenced? I mean, what I say to a lot of people is don't have your Wi-Fi on at night, because are they, using Wi-Fi to download thoughts into your head while you're asleep? I've forgot to turn my Wi-Fi off on the odd day, and the dreams have been crazier compared to what they are. I've had some mad dreams, to say the least. Now, talk about dreams. Tom in the chat always regularly tells me what dreams he's had, and I'm not going down there with what they are, but Tom will laugh there. One big pond. Hello, intelligence scares so many, and challenges will show you the way. I don't know what I think of myself. I'm not intelligent. I do have a weird, unique way of looking at it. I do apologize for the sense of that. I just take everyone, like, I've never got my head around social media. I never get my head around, why are you coming on here to attack me for just doing this video? I've never got my head around it. I don't know why. Just like, why do you have to talk to someone like that? We're all entitled to a different opinion, are we not? Is this what not we're fighting for? Freedom of so-called speech. That's what they love to use. A troll always loves to say, "Oh, you're not the freedom of speech. Why should you come into my house and shit on my carpet?" No, if I just knocked at your door, walked in, pulled my pants up, and did a good crap on your rug, there'd be two things. First of all, if I'm in the States or anywhere, you might get shot, but you'd get thrown out, and you wouldn't do that. So why people feel the necessity of it to come into your house when you're doing a show and shit on your rug? You wouldn't. I just see myself as Paul, if that makes sense. I just see we all have our patterns. One big pond, you will see things that I will never see. 13th monkey will see things he never sees, I never see, and so on. And that is what we need to see more of. Right, let's have a look at 13th monkey's view on this. Does it match what I think? What about Terry's? What about Tom's? What about TW's? And build a mosaic. And that's just what my goal is and was to do, is to show people, hey, just have a different opinion. Don't be scared of being different. He does like a good song, does Roberto. He plays it for anyone in the chat. Roberto can play it. He really does a good version of, You know the spaghetti western? I forgot his name now. You know, you know, that's what Roberto is very good at playing. I dream rarely, but when I do, there's a message that I usually don't get until hindsight. It's crazy. I'm not under the illusion that sometimes our dreams are ours. If you know, I've always talked about our thoughts kept all around us, and are we accessing them? Are we going to our true selves? Are they able to download dreams into us to influence us? You know, it's just there's no right, no wrong. It's just, you know, that means I see it as you want to be a friend. You want a friend. You need more friends, especially lady friends. I think if anyone wants to be a friend with Tom, hit him up. He's a great guy. Been a friend for a long time on social media. I've done a video on that, asking that how we. I did a few videos, Louise. God knows when. I forget straight away when I'm doing anything. It's like I've done that video. I've done videos. It's funny. I've done videos that I've done, and I'm like editing them and putting it together. And I'm like, oh, shiny shit. I've just made this. But I want to know so that you can go check out. I try and put it in playlists, but in order for things, I have done on Wi-Fi. I've done it on things like that. Oh, where's it gone? Cymatics is key. I know we'll work on the carbon footprint. I'll find in a minute. Don't toroidal. That I enjoyed that video. It must be around here somewhere. I don't realize I've made so many videos. Right, come on. I can't find it now, but I have done one asking that question. Are we Wi-Fi? And I've included it in videos. It's crazy when you can't the eyes. I'm going cross-eyed looking. I do. I turn my Wi-Fi off, and I don't have my phone near me. I obviously I need it on for obviously because of my mother, but I don't have it near me. I don't have it in arm's reach. You know what I mean? So I don't have it because these things can influence you. The weird dreams I've had, and it's again, you know, it's if we're walking wands or Wi-Fi receptors ourselves, you know, it's just another signal. You know, it'd be scary to think if he looked outside and saw all the signals, would you go out? Thanks, Michael. Underwear, turquoisey, greeny blue underpants here. It's true though, isn't it? And people don't say like that. You know, I would never, even if I did not like you, I would never come onto your chat and talk shit. It's just not me. But again, we're all made differently. And, you know, it's crazy. That was just something I pictured of doing a stream or being part of a stream with so many people. You know, you come in and out of the stream and you've got all the most critical thinkers, different thinkers. Because not always the guy who's got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers is the best thinker. They a lot of these channels steal shit. You wouldn't believe. I'm never into naming or shaming. It's just not my style. But there's channels that I've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers who subscribe to me, and they never say anything to me. But I notice their videos, are shadowing what I've talked about, and I don't mind being inspiration because I do get inspiration from you guys. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I got it from there or I got it from here, and this is just my interpretation of it. But it's crazy. They never said a boo to a goose, as the saying goes. Yeah, I've heard that too. It's funny when it's Smitty's, and again, I have got so much better because I just want to like everyone, you know what I mean? Just who I am. That's how I've been brought up. Always see the best of someone. That's just how I was brought up by my mother. You know what I mean? And yes, true. But sometimes people don't even like any advice because it's just a different opinion. And it's a lot of them are bots, but also a lot of them are people you say are friends, and they're just basically using a different account to air grievances. And I'm always one, if I don't like someone, I won't spend company, I won't spend time, but these people feed off it, and that's just why I always think how people are changed, and why would you spend time with something you don't like? Hello, Matthew. We don't do so many lives. I used to do a weekly live on a Friday, and again, I just want to do, sometimes I'll go live now, sometimes I'll do something this, and that's just how I'm going to do. I've not been on social media for a long time. I've just gone back onto it just to dip my toe every now and again into it and tell people, hey, think of something differently. There's always a different answer for everything. Why are the gatekeepers in the community, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but the gatekeepers is generally names that are big in certain communities, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? It's why would you do it? But I'm just looking for stuff to show you. But I'm always thinking, I'm always putting stuff on it. It's like an old theory that I posted you there in social media. I have included in a video, but I've been talking about it for years. I mean, this one I recently posted, you can see in 2019, and it's crazy how people want to attack you for having a different opinion. And this was just talking about, I'm seeing people asking the question, what is the ice wall? Now, if the barrier is there, then more land, you need to pass it to get to more land, or whatever is out there. I believe we're in a chamber, and that's just a barrier. But cave to cave, who knows? But I've always had a thought, and again, I'm not an engineer or an electrician, but I always thought, could the ice wall be the power, the generator for this realm? Because, as you know, friction can contain a lot of energy, and it only has to move very slowly, the ice wall, because obviously inside the ice wall is different types of minerals that create heat from friction. And they're actually trying to do it in a lab. It's called spin ice, and the ice can become magnetic. Again, people talk about poles, North Pole, South Pole, the poles are moving. Who says there's only two poles? Is that just for the dielectric or diode and non-diode? But what happens if that moving is what's generating the field? And they're trying to do it in a lab, and it's called spin ice. I mean, you can type it in it. It's very technical. It's beyond me, but it creates a cross, like a temple cross. And I've just always thought, you know what? We were talking about it, and what if that is just moving slowly like that, generating the field? I mean, like, then I've had them for years and years and years. Dreams are visits to the unseen world, like a Tolkien novel. Nice point. First, thanks. Congratulations, Paul. I'm just going, and so again, please put your. My mum's not too bad. She needs a new hip, and a shoulder. She needs a lot of things. But one of the ailments she's got COPD, so she can't be put under. So she's in really bad agony, and again, that's taking its toll. But I wouldn't change it for the world. You know, that's who I am. You know, you should be all there for your mum. I know some mothers are not motherly. You know, I'm all saying to anyone, "Oh, your mum's like a shit. You should always love your mum." You know, but my mum's been there for me, helped me when without qualms. That's good. I like that. Thank you for being you, listening to you for years. It's a strange reality, and you feel like you know someone watching them for years, but they have no idea who that. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I've recognised some names that have followed me from the beginning. You know what I mean? And again, you need people to have your back. It's it's crazy. You need respites. Each one of you are like an island, and your comment is preserving life, like saving you from the water. And some days you just need it. That's what I always say to someone. Guys, you always know I talk about this being the beast, this system, the Ouija board, the scrying mirror, because we're looking into people's souls. We're seeing how your personality is. You know what I mean? So I always say to people, just watch your time on it. You know what I mean? Because it's not, most chats you go into are not as chilled as when I do something, and still you'll get someone in, and that's another thing. I feel awkward that someone who's watched my channel for a long time will have a disagreement, and I will let most comments fly in it, even if they call them, and I've always been like, but I always refer to it as my house. Would you go into someone's house and disrespect anyone that is a guest in there? I don't think 99% of you guys wouldn't do that. But then again, that changes when you go on social media, and that's just what is different. Well done. And, it's crazy, isn't it? But, we should all give appreciation. I always remember going picking fruit as a kid and eating it and not worrying about shit like what happens. It's mad, isn't it? Let me just, I don't want to go on my channel, but oh, dear me. And I mean, 13th Monkeys literally spent that, you can just go on your channel, guys, and you'll see. That's why I never, why you don't, but I don't blame you in a sense, why you've never, I've had so much weird shit that's happened, Michael. Sometimes I don't even know what to call it. to this day, and again, I'm not here to big myself up or anything, or be egotistical, but today, not this minute, but today, in a sense that I see things happening before it does, about life. You know, I always say to people, blah blah blah. You know, in the family, and they take it as word now, because there's that many things happen. An example I've used and not talked about a lot is many years ago. I might have been a long time ago. I used to have a little bet every now and then when I was working at a specific job, and people used to have a bet, and I used to win. I made a lot of money. It was like accuracies out, you know, and I don't mean like 50 to 1s, 100 to 1s, things like that was happening. I just saw things happening, see results happening, see football matches happening, see who's got, and I mean in my head. So like that in the daytime, and I'd made a lot of money. And one day I was coming out of it, and an old lady stopped me, and she said, "Paul, you're wasting your gift, and I'm taking it away from you." And I always remember that heavily. And from that point, I couldn't see nothing. When I got back to myself, because in life we experience, you know, and we change who you are. And then when I started, many years later, and had my first child, I saw the world differently. I went back to who I was, and it's not like I think I'm someone, but I've not had a bet in like 20 odd years. But it came back, and that's how I've always seen things like that happen before they happen. And it's like I said, one of them saved my life when I was out running. I saw the car, and I jumped out of the way, and it went plowing through. You know, so these things happen, and sometimes it's good to talk about it. And it's a crazy world, but yeah, I always, you know, I'm one for feeling and using your emotion to get workplaces, and that's how I research. You know, we have a pattern. There's a door. You know, you can pick your door, and I always seem to pick the door that makes sense when I'm making a video, and that's just what I do, and I always have done. So that was just something I've always looked into, Callum, about the Antarctica. Obviously, you guys know that. Why is there an island in Antarctica called Janus? Why is there one in Greenland called Janus? Is that the doorway? Is that something that even I'm not talking about? But even older than that, before I was researching Janus, I thought about the spin ice, and you know, it is moving. You know, people say it's moving. It only has to move millimeters to create an enormous power field. Is that connected to the ether? You know, a lot of these things it just gets me wow. I've talked about that for a long time in videos. Heike, I'd show you. Well, I might be changing, but last time I had a really good deep think about it, I assumed and talked about them as being the firmament around as liquid crystal. Even before I thought we was in a chamber, a cave, that everything points to etymologically that it could be liquid crystal. And people will know, who follow me for a long time, know I've been talking about that. And liquid crystal is like the three states: solid, gas, and a liquid. And when impulses are of electric, the jurisdiction of L, are put into liquid crystal, they change patterns. And that's just what I've always theorized and thought about. And this is what I've been talking about a little bit in other videos. You know, sometimes we assume that we are harvesting our energy because we don't know. But what if for some reason you signed the waiver that, yeah, you know, to keep it going, are we feeding the beast? And that's what I've talked about in the last few of the videos that I've talked about how that, because I keep changing my mind on everything because people put a theory out there and I'm like, bloody hell, that makes so much bloody sense, that does. You know what I mean? What videos did I talk about that? I've done 7. Are we data in the machine? I think it was in that I was talking about it. No. Scroll Sniper, thank you. So if people ask some questions, I'll spend a little bit more with you. It feels so surreal though, doesn't it? Maybe I have to start doing more shorter videos to just get these little ideas out. But it's like, God, I always think, well, you know what, you've given me your time. I have to put the effort in. You know what I mean? And it's not, you guys just want ideas and get you out of this, get this out of this reality as quick as we can. It's funny that, like, many moons ago, I was a chef as well, so I've been many things. So, guys, get some questions in. This is a buzz, and I enjoy that you guys just interact with each other. That's basically what I'm here. I'm just someone getting you asleep in the background. So all this stuff, I just keep posting and just wanting a different opinion on different things. It was like that when I did that thing the other day, done a shorts, but I'll just show you. And if like I said, don't worry if you're not on it. You know, I don't blame you, but I've just gone on TikTok to do shorts to just show people because I see all the crap that's out there, and I just want my crap to join it. But you know what I mean? People to think, and I did a quick. I don't know if it'll work on here. Let me just see if I can work it, and people that are not on might be able to see, but the screen might be different. So let me just get to where I keep all my videos. So I keep them on a separate hard drive. And everyone's on there. Where's it gone? I can't believe some of the videos I've done that you're forgetting about. Where is it gone? And some videos I always mean to get back to and edit to come back on because every time I put them on, I lose my channel. Let me see what the video's called. I forgot what it's called now because we edit it. Let me see what it's called. Let me see if I can search for it now. And there we go. Right, let's see how you share on it. Right. Right. Present. I don't know which one it is. We'll just go with that one. We live in a world of magic, a world of spells. So it kind of makes sense that... So hopefully people can hear this. I've never done it this way, so just let me know in the chat. Can you hear it? One of the biggest tech companies, Nvidia, named themselves after the Roman goddess of envy, Nvidia. In Latin, Nvidia is the sense of envy, a looking upon associated with the evil eye. From invidiare, to look against, to look in a hostile manner. Envy is the vice most associated with witches and magic. The witch and Nvidia share a significant feature, the evil eye. So what colour is associated with envy? So that's what I've made. It's only a couple of minutes, basically from that video that I did the other day. Right, let me see how you... No, it's not Leave Studio, Leave Present. There we go. So that is just... I've just started putting a couple of content of videos on there, guys. But you know, I'll show people how crazy it is and that I've got how much I've got stored. Let's make it so I present and just show the screen. So I'll go to my files. So you go, you can see all my videos there, all saved. Some of these are really old, but you know, some of them you can't put on again, like the Leicester lockdown and things like that. Isolation talk is when many moons ago when we was in lockdown, I just asked people to tell me how they were getting through life with all this crap going on. So I've done many videos. You can see some of them are just repeated because I've just re-edited them. But yeah, I've done some. You can just see everything's on here, and I keep needing to go back and edit them. So yeah, that's what I recommend for anyone to do. Murray, have you heard of FPV Angel? They don't like me, Murray. Let's just say that. Don't know why, but just because I maybe have a different opinion on things. You know, we all have bad days. So anyone have got any questions? It's crazy when we start looking at... I mean, I can't remember what I would class as the biggest video that I've done. I don't know, biggest topic. It's crazy. I mean, the one I always love going back to is obviously the great Vowel shift, because people out there are talking about resets after reset. I just think constantly resets are happening all the time. You know, for me, that was the biggest reset out there because it changed the language. It changed the spell, how we spell. You know what I mean? So that to me is key, because when you don't want unity amongst people, you don't want people getting along, you change how they speak, because then the strange thing is the people then defend how they speak, and then things change around that. And that's just one of the things that always got to me, is when they change the languages, and preferably English or Anglish, which stems from one of the succubuses. English has a lot to play for, and that's what got me. Why are they pushing English? Why is English then taught all around this realm? Sorry, that just made me think of why English. You know what I mean? The corporation's language. I think. So go on, guys, get the last questions in, and we've calling it a day. We have some bad things. It's harder on here. I've made some ones that I look back on now and I go, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did that." But we're always learning. I don't I don't like editing, but I spend a lot of time doing it. And I need to know and learn a lot more to get better. And when I'm making a video, it's like it takes so long because I have problems reading and different things. And when I'm putting my comments up, it doesn't have spell check. So I have to keep going through and keep going through. No, don't never not follow any channels, Bernie. You know, people. I'm here to promote. You know. I'm here to promote. Everyone has their own taste. Never not go and watch anyone just because I. That's why I stay away from it. You know what I mean? And they could have just had a bad day. I used to watch that channel a lot, but just how interaction you know people have with me, I'm like, you know what? I don't spend time there now because of things that they've said to me. Probably don't even remember it, but it is what it is. I'm not here to create any animosity. So people, please do not watch people. You watch who you want to. You know what I mean? That's what I promote anyway. But this realm is crazy, isn't it? The shit that goes on. It scares me, but also inspires me. You know what I mean? And I get, wow, I can't believe people are thinking of that in a good way. Come on, guys, get the questions in. I just see the video, you know what I mean, videos, and I'm like, wow, I really enjoyed that. And then some people don't get it, and you can't take it offense because we see things differently. And how I'm wired is not how you wired, but we do share the same frequency. We get each other's vibe. You know what I mean? And that's what we just got to appreciate, that difference. Right, Debbie. Radar. It's so funny when I say that. Sometimes I'm saying it different thing. I think we're all doing it. Do you know what I mean? That's why we need each other. So I mean, it's crazy because that saying always comes back, and it makes me go, "Wow!" Hidden in plain sight. It's always been there. You just don't see it. It's that basic. You don't see it because if you go off what people accept, everything is a frequency. It's energy. I mean, energy is not supposed to die. It just morphs and changes into things. So if we're in a realm full of energy, spells, and fluid, it changes around us, and that's why I talk about that word manify. If we manifest things, and that is why they brainwash us, the masses, because if we realize that what we could do with the mind, there'd be no need for them. So if we can manifest things, it's like Wi-Fi, it makes sense. People talk about, oh, I don't want to sit in an echo chamber, but have you heard that word, echo chamber? And I've been talking about we live in a chamber. But if you're in an echo chamber and take away what you think it is, but we're in a chamber and we can hear our own voices coming back at us, like the god or the Greek one, the echo. oh, was it now? God, Hera cursed her, so she couldn't hear the first word or something. She could only hear echoes. And that just gets me about if we can manifest and the frequency from our heads that comes out there and manifests things around us. How many times have you done that? It works. It's scurrily. I say one thing and something happens. Yeah, manify. That's what I call it, Callum. Manify, manifestation, but Wi-Fi. Just something I've always, three fingers that I've talked about, the power of manifestation, thought, because the creator thought about it and created us as the word, you know, in the beginning, which is arch. So in the beginning, we crossed that pubic arch, we birthed into this realm, whether we want to, we're here for an experience, we're here to learn. Is it punishment? Again, you be here all day, but the power of the mind is working hand in hand with this chamber, you know. And could we do things that, you know, we would class as supernatural? Because I have done things, and I can guarantee everyone in the chat has. They thought about something and it's come into reality, and you're like, shit, can we do that more often? You know what I mean? Let me... No, I've not. Like I said, I find it hard to read, being honest, TW, but I'll write it down because I might get it on audiobook or something. I do want to write something though myself. Got ideas. Yeah, well, crystals are good for amplification of that energy. That's why we are crystal. That was the short video I did yesterday, that on an old video. What's funny, so I have flat feet. So did that discount me, Margaret? But it's just like people have talked about it, and KG is not in the chat, I don't think. Many moons ago when I was talking about the feet, the arches, also the soul. You know what I mean? So, and where we walking with this is on the surface that the church want to call is the place where evil lives. You know what I mean? So it's just a crazy world, isn't it? Again, we're here, we're learning from what was happened in the past, you know, in books, theories, what people thought, and we just morph it into what we're thinking about today. But it's crazy how a lot of the anatomy is in this. That's a good one. I've talked about Dio in that sense in all videos. It's how we come to things, isn't it? We're all, I was thinking about this yesterday, but we're all interpreters. You know, the Peters there again, the rocks. Also, if words are spelled, how would that cross different speaking native tongues? Well, different tongues still a spell, isn't it? Everything is a spell, and each spell will have a different effect. So you think about it, if you're using, I don't know where you was from then again, you did say it before, I'm positive, but your native tongue is Finnish, it would have a different spell. You're just using a different spell. It's like shooting a gun, you know, different calibers of bullets, different weapons have different power effects. Does each spell have a different effect in the location? Using English on a different island, speaking a different language, you know, all these things are just, no one knows. You know what I mean? Is does the spell have a translatory effect? I don't think so, but you know, is that why they're trying to keep us all going? but that's what we have to look into. That's another big topic that I've talked about. I didn't found it, but 11 and the tie to 11, and people always saying, well, 1 and 1 is not 11. It's symbolic of the doorway, but I call it 11 because of all the other research that makes it that. You know what I mean? It's so funny when people just want to. Everything is a spell, but just because it's a spell, it doesn't mean it's bad. This is how we communicate in this now. Do you know what I mean? When we're writing on the screen, we're cursing. You're using your finger on your keyboard on a Ouija board, hitting the spells. So it's all there, but it's all about the intent. That's what I believe anyway. The intent, the energy behind it, and that's why I always say, the intent changes. And people say, well, why are you saying that when it means that? Because I want to change the intent. I mean it in a good energy type of way, and that will change the intent. Have all these words, which we know they've changed the intent of it. It's like looking at the word trauma. To us, it means hurtful, something evil, yet you're ill, something negative has happened to you. But in that trauma is the word aum. To a lot of people, what is om? And again, they're using words to change. Yeah, mouses are, all curses, cursive, the little thing on the Ouija boards. It's all being moved. PCs, computers, your phone, black mirrors, scrying mirrors, eyes, have your black iris in. It's just crazy. And that's what we do. Even, me, I'm not perfect. And things change all the time. It's just fascinating to look at different things. Right, guys, I will go in a second, but I just want to give a big thank you for everyone that's turned up today. Considering I've just had, I thought it was just me and Callum in the chat and one other, but to come in, do an impromptu live, just say a big thank you. And when I when I promise something, I keep it. So that's why I very rarely promise, because it's a bond for me. So I can't say I'm never going to always be here, because sometimes it's not in my power. But I'll do a video when something, comes, and I could post loads in 1 week. It could be 3-4 weeks. I don't know. Then I'm trying on different platforms. It's just amazing, some of the things that we've talked about. We all inspire each other, because you just look at the chat and it gives you inspiration, doesn't it? This channel wouldn't be anything without you guys here. Do you know what I mean? It could just be me talking to myself. I feel privileged and honoured. Really do. I've come a long way. I've still crap at it, but I'm not pretending to be nothing. I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't like the camera. Don't look like looking at the camera. I'm all over the place. Sometimes I forget a lot. I should have my notes and different things, but I'm just who I am. And this was just to say a big thank you to anyone who takes the time to like it, share it, and watch it, and comprehend what the message it is that I'm trying to get across. That's what I try to be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I've not borrowed things. Like I said, I'm not perfect. But what I try and do is, if I think this is there a different way, I always try and Callum's still talking about that rug. I apologize for crapping on it. You know what I mean? So I just love looking at things a little bit differently. It's like when you talk about air topic, people are talking about, the ice wall, and it has to be this. Why does it? Why can't it be a battery? Why can't it be a way to to power this realm. Think about it. It only has millimeters, if that, and it creates so much energy to go into the ether, which then can be drawn down. You know, has all the minerals there. You know, it just gets you thinking. That's just, I just wanted my opinion to be one of those in there to give you guys inspiration and to think of something else. And that's all I ever done in the videos. Again, like I said, who's in charge? Is it the archons? Is it the jurisdiction of L, which electric means? You know what I mean? We're all learning. Top three, just the top three. I know. I appreciate people just thinking about me. You know what I mean? Because they do. Getting weird thoughts. Because when we share that vibe, how many times have I done a video and you guys said, "Oh, I've been thinking about this." We all need each other. You know, it's that you should care where you come from, but in a way, I don't want to go to war with anyone if they believe they live here or this. And that's what it is with these communities. You get so aggressive because you're challenging what they believe in. If you've got that mentality, you shouldn't be in that community because, you know, that is bordering on mind control. You should be able to have your own opinions and thoughts. You can say what people are thinking, you know. Sixes. So I'm going to go in a sec because I want some food. And I just appreciate everyone who's taking the time to come. Again, I'm just making a video because I got 2 million views, something I was like, wow, I didn't even see it coming. I've been so stuck on like the 1.9 when I've just been checking my phone. And then one day, oh, bloody hell, it's on 2 million views. So it's just crazy world, isn't it? So I'm going to go, guys. Remember, stay safe. Always wear a smile. Just have a good laugh. JJ Recon. I appreciate everyone. You know what I mean? We just need each other to get helpers go through. You know, people don't appreciate. They don't. They take you for granted. I don't take it for granted. Just a shame I can't spend more time with you guys. But I have said I've got 3 daughters and things in life that I had just and my mum. I've just got to take everything away from me. But I wouldn't change it for the world. And I'm proud of my daughters. Even though some are like me. You know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? So stay safe, everyone. Don't let anyone crap on your rug. If anything from this video is don't let anyone crap on your rug. But it's always a way and means of talking to someone. And I want everyone to, to appreciate that. Just come in here, have a laugh. People don't have enough to laugh as it is. So stay safe with that smile. And have a good day. And I love you guys. Just so you know, and wish everyone the best. And Tom, hope the young lad gets better soon. Bye, guys. Bye. End stream. End stream. End stream.